to Jook. Did you all ever try to interview Jook?
Yes.
When did you try to do that?
When we executed a search warrant on his phone
Okay.
when he was at the airport.
Okay. It wasn't annotated that you had talked to anyone at the police force. The lead detective said you guys never reached out to him. Is that incorrect?
I can tell you that they asked him, wanted to talk. Obviously, he said he ain't nothing.
Clock in. Black Gotta just walked in. Team Black Gotta stand up, man. Yeah. We back with another video with the murder trial of Young Dolph, starring Hernandez Govan. Now, y'all, we seen day one of the trial, man, and when I seen day one, I automatically assumed that Govan might possibly be cooked because Smith was detailing the story play by play, and he was letting it be known everything that took place. And he basically said Govan was the mastermind under Big Jook, which is Yo Gotti's brother. Now, I want to tell y'all, day one was crazy, right? But y'all gotta watch this video right here, bro, because day two is wild. Now, it made me come to realization why Smith said that Govan's lawyer is actually a very good lawyer, because I ain't gonna lie to y'all. Today, Govan's lawyer made me question if Smith is even telling the truth at all, and if Smith is just purposely trying to go at Govan because all of them boys got caught up. You know, like, this is crazy, guys. When I say Govan's lawyer did a great job today of making what Smith said look untrue, because, bro, they got caught in so many lies that don't make no sense. Like, if you telling the truth, why is you lying? You know? Man, this whole thing is just wild. So, y'all, go ahead and put your seatbelts on, 'cause I ain't gonna lie to y'all. This video right here going to take you on a ride. For sure. All right? So, the first clip I want to show you guys of day two of trial, Young Dolph's murder, State versus Hernandez Govan, is Smith's girlfriend being cross-examined. And after you hear this, you're going to kind of feel like the detectives forced Smith's girlfriend to say what they wanted her to say. Because at first, she didn't mention anything about Govan or anything like that. She was strictly just mentioning Jook. But now, her whole story has reversed and changed and kind of putting Govan in that mastermind.
Didn't he tell you that he had to go get something? That he forgot something that he needed to go back and get? Right.
All right. So, when they ask you about having to go do anything, your first thing, and this is December 17th, exactly 30 days after the shooting, you said you don't remember to the police, right?
Yes.
And then they ask you, wasn't there something your boyfriend said that you forgot, or something that he needed to go get, or those kinds of things? They're prompting you, right, to tell you what you're supposed to say.
I wouldn't say that.
Okay. Let's talk about Govan. Play that clip, please.
What's the guy name? He had something, cause drop people figured I knew something. He was like, nah, my girl don't know nothing. My girl don't know nothing. And what's this guy's name? He stay on Brad. The car was found across the street from his house.
What about him? He was asking what?
He in the middle of this too.
Okay. We got an idea what you're talking about, but tell me what's his name? You know his nickname?
What's his name?
Was that a dope boy? Used to be a dope boy?
That I don't know.
Okay.
I don't. All I know is me used to go over his house and get some bills.
Okay. Okay.
You know what his name begins with, or?
I'm trying to remember.
Okay. So that's the beginning of that person. You know more?
I think it's Q. Does it begin with Q?
Yeah.
It does? What? Okay.
All right. So a month after all this happens, they're asking you about something, because your memory was really good today about Quet, and you seemed very calm and collected about it. But back then, when they asked you what the guy's name was, and you said Cornelius had already told you Quet or Govan had been doing it.
Yes.
But the police had to ask you over and over and over again and tell you, was it a guy with the initial Q, right, on Bradley Street?
Yeah, but I had forgot his name.
Okay, so you forgot his name 1 month after that, and 4 years later, you remember it perfectly.
Yes,
Okay, you know Bobby Carter also lives there on Bradley Street, right?
yes.
And Bobby Carter also sells pills.
I didn't know he sold them.
Okay, but your boyfriend Cornelius hung out with Bobby Carter, right?
Yes, he did.
Okay. And the thing about the car being across the street, that's Cornelius telling you that. You have no knowledge of that, right?
Well, I saw it on the news, and before then, he told me that the car was parked. That Justin parked the car behind the empty house across the street.
Okay, so he told you that, and then you saw more things on the news, and that's how you remember this, right?
Yes,
Part of the trial yesterday, just not your boyfriend's part, right?
right.
Okay. With regards to who's responsible for all this, 1 second. Okay. And it was Cornelius that said we need to get a car cover for it, right?
Yes,
Okay. And you went to the AutoZone, I assume, just not too far from where you guys were at Pressure Road?
I can't remember.
Okay. And do you remember the video cameras at AutoZone? Would you imagine that there's surveillance cameras at a big store like AutoZone?
I imagine so.
Okay. And do you remember if you went in or if your boyfriend went in?
I can't remember.
Do you have any idea how you guys paid for it?
He had cash.
Okay. Was that his cash?
He go and get him some money. I don't know how much it was.
Okay, so now you're saying, because we talked about the meeting, you said he got his phone supposedly, even though you didn't see it, but now you're saying he also got some money from GoVan?
Yes,
Okay. How much money did he get?
I don't know.
Okay. Car covers can cost $50 to $200. You got any idea what kind of car cover it was?
No, I don't.
Okay. What happened to the car cover?
I don't know.
Okay. Was it at your house when you guys bought it to take it home?
No.
Where did you take it?
It was in my truck, but I don't know what happened to it.
Okay.
Okay, I don't know about y'all, but why do I not believe anything Shorty is saying? Cause like, first off, you lose me once you start switching your story up. It already looks crazy. And man, in a way, this whole case was investigated kind of not at the best of their capability. I don't know if they was actually confused, lost, didn't know what to do, didn't know where to go. But the stories is all over the place. I don't know why we mentioning this car cover, right? That so happily never even ended up on the car. Then Buddy had to go get his phone and all, cause his extra slow ass left his phone in the car. Cause like, bro, this whole situation is confusing me, right? Cause on one hand, I'm like, damn, this dude Cornelius Smith is just, he's slow. Like, bro, not smart at all. Like, everything he does is just, boy, I know folks that look at you like, bro, you was an idiot, bro. Like, what do you be doing? He just does anything. And then on another hand, I'm like, okay, is this man a mastermind on some type of time? Like, hold up, I'm gonna do what I can to at least be able to see a day of light in the future. Even if Buddy do get a lot of time, right? As long as he got a release date, that's all he care about, so he could get back to that crack. You know what I'm saying? That's all he really care about. Cause bro, throughout this whole story, to me, Cornelius Smith just seems like somebody who used to consistently buy drugs from GoVan. GoVan so happened to have a relationship with Big Jook, and now Smith is using that to his advantage to kind of come home. Or it's other things we could assume that's going on too, right? There's a lot of things. Y'all let me know what y'all assume is going on. But one thing I can say is, GoVan is looking kind of decent right now, the way the lawyer is making his move. Because now the credibility of you guys is being ruined. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's going down the drain for sure, Ski. Like, I don't even believe Shorty at all. I believe her a little bit. Smith, I believe he's telling the truth, but is he telling the right truth? You know what I'm saying? But I'm also going to play a clip when the lawyer decided to play Cornelius Smith's girlfriend interrogation video when she only mentioned Big Jook.
We needed to talk to
That
you.
didn't come from me.
Right, and that's why we needed to talk to you. You understand that? Because here's the thing.
I didn't come from my house.
I got you. But you didn't got who got
I
you?
don't know who we're gonna talk about.
No, I know we don't.
It's all over. It's all over.
No, but you know what? You got access to the man that actually killed Dolph. And he told you. What did he tell you that shit come from? Okay.
Stop.
Who told you that?
Stop. So, this is all before the Q stuff that I played for you earlier. When they first asked you what's happening, you said it's coming from a higher power. And you paused and you thought about it. They didn't say, does it start with a J? Where does he live? What did he do? First words out of your mouth was, Jook did this, right?
Yeah.
All right, keep playing it.
And it came from you.
Mom's saying.
No. Who told you that?
That thing.
Who's he? So he said it came from Jook. Jook being who? Because we want to make sure we're talking about the same Jook. Unfortunately, there's more than one Jook. CMG meaning your guy's brother, Jook?
Jook, yeah.
So when they asked you 2, maybe 3 times, it's Jook, CMG, Jook set all this stuff up. I know we've been talking about these meetings at Gobain's house, but when it came down to it, Jook's giving the orders, Jook's paying, Jook's doing everything. That's what Cornelius told you, right?
Yes.
And that's what Cornelius told you, right?
Yes.
Let's do one more clip.
You know, I don't know what Jook said to him. I none of it, but he told me. He looked Jook in his eyes. And said, I got you.
So you was the one that actually, they were over Q's house. And you was the one that asked him to kill to kill Dolphs.
Okay.
No, but when you said, he said he told you.
Yeah, that's where it came from.
All right, so again, when they ask you, where did the order come from? Who told him? Who was going to do that? It's always Jook, right?
That's what he said.
All right, and so the meetings, does Cornelius use the word meeting a lot with you? Or was he just over at Gobain's house to buy pills and hang out with his friend?
A lot of times I was at work, so him going over there, a lot of times I wasn't around, but the couple of times that I took him over there, he was buying pills.
Okay. And again, everything is based on what Cornelius has told you.
Yes.
The guy that you said has lied to you about a lot of stuff, including, for example, he may get back together with his child's mother after he gets this money.
He never told me that.
Never told you that. But if he would have made that statement and we talked about it yesterday, that would be, he's never told you that, right?
He never told me that.
Does he ever say he runs game on you? Just telling you what you want to hear?
Sometimes.
Okay. Let's get out of the Your Honor.
All right, so we see what's going on, man. Govain's lawyer main objective is to turn everything that y'all trying to say about my client to Big Jook. Why is this a smart move, y'all? Why is this a smart move? The reason it's the smartest move ever, which makes this lawyer top tier lawyer of the world, you know what I'm saying? Is because Big Jook is not here to plead his case and say he wasn't the one who set it up. But this is where the situation really gets a little freaky, right? Because now the investigator is going to be cross-examined, right? And the reason why it gets kind of funny, right, when the investigator is going to be cross-examined is because nobody seemed to be able to get a hold of Big Jook. So now I got people questioning, like, hold up, this girl did a whole interview saying Big Jook, letting y'all know this and that, and it's kind of obvious that the only reason Govain is in the mix is because of Big Jook. Why was Big Jook never apprehended? Why did he never get charged on any of this? And I believe Big Jook lived to see people start getting indicted on these charges.
And I'm sure defense will ask this question, but I'll ask you, did you all investigate any possible video of Pressure World?
No, we did not.
And when did you learn about anything that may have been of significance in Pressure World?
That was weeks, month later, so.
I guess they've been asking you about these cameras and things like that. Let's just tell it how it is. Nobody during this investigation ever went to Pressure World to check about the cameras, right?
No, we didn't.
All right. Nobody in this investigation ever went to AutoZone to check if the cameras were there.
No, we didn't.
Nobody went to the AutoZone that Cornelius Smith said he went to buy a car cover to see if there's a receipt or some surveillance or something like that inside the AutoZone, right?
No.
Okay. Those are things that would be important to try to corroborate a witness who obviously is the shooter in this case, to make sure he's not lying to you, right?
Yes.
And when people get caught, they generally lie to police. Is that uncommon?
Sometimes.
All right. Do people lie to get out of trouble?
Sometimes, yes.
Do people lie to cut deals?
Sometimes, yes.
Also, with regards to the area around Pressure World, it's a pretty busy area, right?
It is.
And you know there's those little MPD city cameras up and down that street, right?
There.
All right. You don't have to believe, let me ask it this way. If Cornelius Smith and Angela Arnold had repeatedly told you all that Jook was the one that was calling the shots, I think even in your report you guys said Jook's the mastermind. That would cause you to go interview Jook because that's an important piece of information, right?
During the investigation, yes.
All right. But as a lead detective, at no point during the investigation did we attempt to talk to Jook.
We hadn't made it that far, no.
We hadn't made it that far. Okay, it's been 4 years, and we know Jook died 2.5 years after the case. We know everybody had already been indicted within a few months of the arrest taking place. But we never went to talk to Jook, even after Cornelius and Angela repeatedly said he was the mastermind. I think that's the phrase you guys used in your Operation Cookie Monster slideshow, right?
Girl, I am going to object to this line of question is it relevant?
Of course it's relevant. He's a suspect. The reason I ask is these people have come in here and testified and said they're telling the truth. So if those people, they've testified that they're telling the truth. They talked about Mr. Govan here, and they talked about Jook, and we can quibble about who's in charge or whose house or who whatever. But clearly, Jook was a suspect in this case.
Yes.
But he was never followed up with at all by Memphis Police Department at any point in this investigation, even though he died 2.5 years later.
Not at the time, no.
Okay.
Now y'all can't tell me that wasn't tough to hear. Now that was some tough stuff for me to hear. It kind of makes me question not only the whole case, kind of makes me question the investigation. I don't know, just to be real with you. Now, it seems to me there was a few mistakes that was made, but at the end of the day, we can't say what position these guys were in when they was investigating the case. They was probably surrounded by a bunch of people who felt like they had information that was lying. They probably had people who had no information that act like they had information. And then they gotta also try to decipher through this big internet war that's kind of going on and try to figure out and piece things together. And you don't want to go after no big fish without having, sufficient evidence. So that could be a reason why they kind of held back on Big Jook, because obviously Big Jook is a big fish in this whole situation. Because, if he's the real top dog that's getting folks to do all of this stuff, come on now, you can't just come at dudes like that. So, in a way, this is a good argument for the lawyer. But the way it's leaving the investigators in shock is blowing me. Y'all, watch this clip right here, how another detective was cross-examined. And when I say they played Smith's interview, and this is the first time I've ever seen a law enforcement officer on the stand and damn near kind of nervous, y'all. Like this, that's what I felt. When I looked at it, I was like, hold up. It's either they knew they messed up or it's just crazy, bro. Watch this.
Do you know what that
That's you, right? Okay, let's keep going.
is? It's from your phone. So you're holding it.
A video?
It was in your phone, it was a video?
Yep, it was a brand new tank. Yep.
What firearm is that?
There's an AK-47, I think. That one the Justin gun.
That was when he, was that the gun that you used
Yep, that's the gun he had, yo.
on the murder?
I guess it's the same one, but pretty much. Yes, sir.
That's the one you had on the Gucci, right?
Yeah, it was the day on Moochie, right?
The Dolphs, did you have that same gun?
I believe so. But he had two of them. He had two of them. He had like, yep, two handguns, yep.
What is this?
Alright, that's old. It ain't even around the same time.
What about this one?
This old. This Elster gun.
What about this? I don't even know what that is, but it was in the gun section.
That's a cop op.
Alright.
Stop it there. You were showing him photos, Cornelius Smith, you're showing him photos from his phone, correct? You gotta say yes or no.
Oh, yeah, sorry, yes.
All right, so he talks about AK-47s, about when he was shooting Mucci or Wu or whoever many people he shot.
Well, he didn't shoot Moochie. He said they went up there to attempt to, but Justin Johnson was holding an assault rifle and was laying down in the back before they drove off. They didn't do anything, but we were showing him the different firearms we found in his to see. We were trying to find the firearms.
Pardon me for being naive, I know he may not have shot anybody, but when I'm going there with guns and they jam or whatever and we don't use them, it still is pretty scary to me. So you show him the photos in his phone, right? That's the AK-47. Then you go through the photo, that's Angela's handgun, right?
I think he said it was Angela's handgun, but it was photos of guns
Okay.
in his phone.
And the next thing you say is, I don't know how this photo got in here. It looks like it's a car park. You remember that? Play it again.
I mean, I heard it, but I don't know what it's in reference to unless we saw some car park or
Play it
something
again.
with autos.
It's your
Alright,
voice.
that's old. It ain't even around the same time.
What about this one?
This old. This Elster gun.
What about this? I don't even know what that is, but it was in the gun section.
That's a cop op.
Alright.
So you said, I don't know what this is in the gun section. It's a car park.
Right.
That was said, right?
Yes, because you can filter on the Cellbrite software like firearms, right? Because we were trying to find the firearms used in the murder. And when we filtered that, we had some that were so grainy we weren't sure, but maybe he could clear it up. And he said it was a car park.
Okay.
It wasn't really, you couldn't really tell what it was.
I appreciate the explanation. You couldn't really tell, but these jurors are going to watch that receipt, and you're telling us that that receipt is an AutoZone receipt.
It looks like it's got, if you look at the very top, it looks like an AutoZone receipt. It's got the auto part and the zone. It's very difficult to see, I
Sure.
agree, but it looks like an AutoZone receipt at the top.
All right, so that is a great point. You said as part of your investigation, you name it, we collected it, right? You said that to the government when you're talking about how thorough we were?
Correct.
All right, so it sort of kind of looks like an AutoZone receipt. Did you happen to go about 6 blocks that way to the AutoZone headquarters and just say, could you pull the receipts from that very specific location that you told the jurors about to see if anybody purchased anything?
Again, if you look at the receipt in the PowerPoint, you can't, I don't think I was able to tell where it came from. And
All right, so now we don't know where it came from,
We
or it
know-
could be AutoZone.
it looks like an AutoZone receipt.
Right, well, I looked,
But it doesn't, you
Your
can't see the
objection
fine
asked
print.
and answered at this point.
he's gonna dodge the question, Judge.
I'm not dodging the question.
Objection overruled, answer after question.
Again, you don't know if that's an AutoZone receipt. We're making presumptions based on a crumply receipt.
You're saying that I don't know it's an AutoZone receipt. I looked at the photo and at the top you can see the AutoZone part. You can't see like when he purchased it or the dates on the fine print, but it appears at the top, it says AutoZone. But it doesn't have all the details, because trust me, we looked at that. We wanted to see what time did this purchase happen, but he said cash. So we were like, well, I mean, can we get video? I mean, we look at these things to try to figure it out, but sometimes all you might have is just at the very top, it says AutoZone.
Yes, it sounds like it's a very difficult job. Did you go to the AutoZone that was addressed and ask them to pull video?
At the time, we didn't have an address.
And you said you looked at the phone and you saw it, you got an address. Did you go yesterday to ask AutoZone headquarters, is there a receipt available?
Historically.
No, not
AutoZone
historically.
or any
Yes
business
or no?
is 30
Judge, I
days.
need him to answer. He's dodging me over and over again. I'm asking a simple
No,
question.
I'm gonna object. It's not
Did
allowed.
you go?
Objection.
No, I did not.
Objection, wait. She's objecting.
To what?
The objection. Your Honor, if he would allow the witness to actually answer the 15 questions he's asked, he might get the answer that he needs. I'm asking him to let the witness answer. Let him answer.
Did you go to AutoZone at any point in this investigation? I appreciate the smirk, but just answer yes or no.
No.
Did you
The
go?
objection, Your Honor, I would ask him,
No.
he's not making.
We don't need commentary.
All right.
Just ask the question.
No,
Answer the question.
I've said no 4 times now. No, 5.
Okay, so we never went to AutoZone to confirm what this receipt might be. Did you go to Pressure World to look through all the cameras that they have at Pressure World?
I did not.
Okay, did anybody do that could magically be on a phone somewhere?
I did not, I was not a part of that first part of the investigation. I did not see anything that had any, where they went to Pressure World.
Okay.
So, I'm not sure.
All right.
Thank you.
Now, y'all, it was real shaky up there on that stand, sir. I ain't gonna lie, my guy. My guy was real shaky on that stand. You know, the lawyer is doing a great job not only forcing, you know, certain answers out, he's kind of ruining the credibility, right, of the case itself. I'm gonna tell y'all how I really feel towards the end. We damn near about done. But I want to show y'all another clip, right? And this is when he asked him, what happened when you tried to interview Big Jook?
And then Justin says Muchina, again, Muchi Gray, PR number.
Right.
Okay. And then we have a yeah, and we have a call me. And then we have a next page, please, Robert. It just says pulling up, right?
Yeah, that's what it.
Okay. And again, nobody got shot on that occasion, but that's,
Well, they attempted to shoot. He was providing more than that. Oh, sorry. Casey Williams was providing a lot of information to Justin Johnson on PRE members. I think he was screenshotting Terrence Baker's calls and sending them to him. He sent him Terrence Baker's father's address. And those are intertwined with the messages you were sending. He was providing information to Justin on PRE members.
okay, perfect. First, Jook. Did you all ever try to interview Jook?
Yes.
When did you try to do that?
When we executed a search warrant on his phone
Okay,
when he was at the airport.
okay. It wasn't annotated that you had talked to him anywhere in the police reports. The lead detective said you guys never reached out to him. Is that incorrect?
I can tell you that they asked him, wanted to talk. Obviously, he said he had nothing to talk.
Okay, and did we do anything else after that?
We wrote a search warrant and we did the phone extract.
Okay. So the suspect that Mr. Cornelius said may have paid for his legal fees, all this other testimony we've heard, you went, even though the lead detective didn't know, you specifically went to talk to him and he said, no, I don't want to make a statement, that's just my Fifth Amendment right.
Yeah, we executed a search warrant at the airport. I forget who it was, but somebody, either Briard or someone communicated with him to say, hey, you want to come talk? We knew what his response was going to be, and we knew what attorney he was going to tell us to talk to.
Okay, I get all that. Do defendants occasionally exercise their Fifth Amendment rights and keep their mouth shut?
100%.
So you don't quit on the investigation just because they won't talk to you, you continue, right?
100%.
And in this case, Cornelius is giving you specifics about what Jook did. You've got text messages from Justin Johnson about what Jook did. But there was no follow-up, not being mean or anything else.
Right.
That whoever went to the airport, that was it with regards to Jook.
I don't get to make the decisions
Okay.
on what happens to Joe.
I'm not asking who makes the decision, they're saying that was it, there's nothing else done with regards to Jook.
Yes, there was a lot of stuff. I mean, that's what we were doing.
Okay. I'll let it be. I think I get it.
Now, I definitely want to know how you guys feel about this whole day 2 of trial. But I can let y'all know how I feel, right? One thing I can say is something didn't go as planned. And it could be deeper than we could probably even imagine. Who knows? But, you know, when situations like this involve a whole lot of big fishes, you won't really know what's going on for real, for real. And I know some people will probably make up these, you know, assumptions that, hey, man, these boys was probably paying some of the detectives off. They was probably doing all of this. Now, I don't want to make those type of assumptions because, like, I want to assume that most of these guys is out here to uphold the oath as they vowed to do, man. So I don't really want to do that. I kind of feel like, you know, certain people made some mistakes, some big mistakes. You dig what I'm saying? And on top of that, I want to say this too. I'm seeing that Smith could actually have some intentions, right? And the reason why I say that is because Govan is in a position where he's being put in that spotlight, you know, spot to be the mastermind. And I'm gonna let y'all know from the jump. Like, trying to be charged as a mastermind, that's kind of something hard to charge somebody with. Because you're not charging somebody who hopped out the car and did what he did. You're trying to charge somebody and prove that this man set this play up and actually, helped. Now, things that they're doing is you seen when a girl went on the stand, she said, oh, they went to Govan to get money to go get this car cover. All this bull crap. Like, it's like they trying to put Govan in a position where they could prove he did give some type of money. He did conspire to do what we did, because he gave us money to go get the car cover, which was never put on the car. And it's like they trying to put Govan in a position where he handed some money over, where on one hand, oh, he paid us this way, but on the other hand, he paid us that way. And in all reality, there is, from what I believe, no money trace of Govan giving Buddy anything but drugs. Bro was real deal a fiend that pulled up on Govan time and time. And y'all know when I usually make these kind of claims right here, bro, 9 times out of 10 I be right. Y'all could go back and look at all the other trials I done did, bro. I rarely get these joints wrong. Now, from what I'm seeing right now, Govan seems like he might just be proved not guilty. Now, there's a whole list of things I could say why, but hopefully I touched the main key points on this. It's just day 2. I guess we'll see go forth. Day 3, 4, and stuff like that. We'll see going on forward. But as of right now, I feel like there's no sufficient enough evidence. The detectives, they made a few errors. The witnesses, they lying right now, because day 1 it was looking shaky. It looked like they threw him all under the bus. But boy, the lawyer set them up for today, because he went crazy today. You know what I'm saying? But hey, you guys let me know how y'all feel about this in the comment section below. This was a wild day of day 2. I'm going to get with y'all on next video.